can I get a facial after Botox? It's such a great question. And I'd love to have a really straightforward answer for you, but I'm gonna tell you it's a little complicated. Yes, you can get a facial after Botox, but it's gonna take a couple of days. The best way to do it is to get your facial before your Botox appointment, but there's some details here and I'd love to discuss them with you to keep you safe and help you getting great results. My name is Dr. Lynn Neiman. I'm a board certified anesthesiologist and I own and operate a practice called Blossom Medical in Northern Virginia. I'm also fellowship trained by the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine. I am a doctor, but I'm not your doctor. So I'm going to give you information so you can make great and educated decisions, but always discuss things with your provider if you have any specific questions so that they can give you really individualized answers. This is such a great question, and I'm so glad that you all are wondering, when can you get a facial after you've had Botox? So let's talk about how Botox works, how quickly things happen with the Botox injected, and maybe why some of your providers would recommend something versus, or maybe one time frame versus another time frame. So I will say this, if you want to get a facial and Botox, the best order to do it is to get your facial and then to have your Botox directly afterwards. And in our office, and probably your provider's office, if you ask, your esthetician can do your facial first, and then you can go from that room to your provider's room and have your Botox done afterwards and then go about your merry way. But if you have your Botox appointment and then you're wondering when you can get a facial afterwards, that is where there's going to be some nuanced answers here. So let's talk about what happens to Botox after it's been injected. After Botox is injected, let's think about what we want it to do. So we've injected it specifically in a muscle where we want it to do its work. We are so precise, or we try to be so precise with the way that that medication is injected so that you get really, really excellent results. So we're putting it where we want it to work, and we want it to stay right where it's put, so that after that Botox does its magic and quiets down that signal from the nerve to the muscle cell, you are going to have a beautifully just natural and lifted and bright result. That is our goal. And so after we inject Botox, we do not want that injection to be moved around very much. We've all had a facial. We've all enjoyed that wonderful moment where our esthetician is massaging our face, massaging in creams, giving us just a facial massage, and we can relax. And let's just face it, it's utter bliss. But the moment it's not utter bliss is if your esthetician is moving your Botox to an unwanted area, and you may get a result that you do not want. So you're asking yourself, well, how long is my esthetician at risk in order to give me a facial? Is it 1 day? Is it 2 days? Is it 3 days? Can I get a facial 1 day after Botox? Can I get a facial 2 days after Botox? Well, here is where the science and kind of where the rubber meets the road is in a little bit of a gray zone. So I know this from the science. When I inject Botox into the muscle, it takes probably about 1 hour on average, but 1 to 3 hours is the range that my science and my literature tells me it takes for that Botox to be taken up by that nerve cell terminal and do its job in the nerve cell terminal to decrease the signal to a muscle to contract. 1 to 3 hours. That's what I know from my science. So that's why your injector or person that you see in the office says, I'd like you to be upright for a couple of hours when you leave, because it's that time frame where we know that that Botox is potentially moved or spread to a different area. Now, once that Botox is in that nerve cell terminal and doing its job, you can't really massage it outside of that nerve terminal. It's kind of in there until that Botox effect goes away in 3 to 4 months. So I'm not so worried about it at that point. But here's the issue. Sometimes when you have a Botox treatment and you have a really amazing professional who's doing your treatment and they do an injection, you may end up with maybe some asymmetry that happens that needs to be corrected. And if you had a facial, right immediately after, a day after or 2 days after, there's a possibility that both you and your injector are going to be wondering, was it the injection sites going, when they're making your plan to go forward? Is it the way that they injected? Was it the amount? Was it the fact that you had your Botox? So we call those in science confounding variables. Now we've added a bunch of variables to our pot that we've stirred around, and we've said, is that why we had an outcome that we didn't expect? Or was it just that the Botox placement was off? Did it have something to do with the facial or not? And so that is what I said, gray area. There are no good scientific studies that tell us exactly the amount of time to wait until you have a facial after your Botox treatment. So the best advice that I can give to you is, if you know you want to have a facial and you want to have Botox, I would definitely have your facial first and your Botox immediately following. If you had your Botox appointment first and decided that you wanted to have a facial, I would say, and it's because I'm conservative, I would say just wait a week and then come back and have your facial. I'm just not worried about it at that point. And quite honestly, at that point, there would be no question of whether or not any massage that happened from your facial had anything or any result on the result that you got from your Botox treatment. So that is a conservative just estimate for you. And that is something that I can live with at night, because I really like to take great care of my patients. I want them to have amazing outcomes, but I also want to have good information as a provider going forward. If we got a perfect result with your Botox, then we know that that's a really great treatment for you to have going forward in the future. Sometimes when I try my best for a patient, we have a little brow asymmetry that needs to be fixed. That's something I want to know so I can make an adjustment. So every treatment that we do in the future, I can make sure that your treatment is the best from the get-go. But if we add those confounding variables, then we're still kind of at square one trying to figure out, is that treatment appropriate or do we need to make some changes? So for clarity and for you having the best treatment, I would say wait a week and then have your facial and enjoy, and don't worry about it at that point. That's my best advice to you on what that timing should look like for your facial after Botox. And again, it's just, we don't want to have any confusion about whether or not that mechanical stimulation or that rubbing or anything else caused any impact on your Botox treatment. But the science really truly tells me at about 3 hours that Botox has really done its job and taken up. So I hope that helps you when you make your decisions about your facials after your Botox treatment. And I hope that you might have found that information to be valuable. And if you think that you've got maybe some friends out there who might find this information to be valuable, definitely subscribe and share this video with anyone if you think that this content would help them make good choices. I wanted to share with you a couple of things about our facials that our clients ask us about again and again. And these are definitely things that you can do at home. And some of them you could do after Botox, and some of them you might want to wait just a few days before you start applying them in your home skincare. And one of the things, it's such a simple thing, and our patients absolutely love it. If you've ever had a facial and you wondered what was going on, these come in many different shapes and sizes, and these are cooling ice globes. These can be used in massage at the time of your facial. Obviously, we don't want to move our Botox around right immediately afterwards, but during a normal facial and then at home, these are really great little products. You can actually just purchase these online, and we'll have a link below for you. But these can just be used, especially in allergy season. If you're feeling a little puffy under your eyes, you can do a little lymphatic massage and drainage. You can use them from your nose, just roll those across your eyes. They feel amazing, and they also kind of help to stimulate those lymphatics. That cold helps to shrink some of the blood vessels and really kind of tighten up that area underneath the eye. And so this is just truly a feel-good product that you can use at home. A couple of the other things we do for our facial patients here is apply a little lip care before they leave. And one of the most popular things that we do with our patients here is we have the Laneige Lip Masks. And if you don't know about these, oh my goodness, you're gonna be so excited that you learned about them. These are amazing. This one is called Gummy Bear. And honestly, it smells like a gummy bear. Every single patient who we put this on just absolutely loves it. It has just the slightest bit of color. You can use this overnight on your lips, or you can use it during the day as a hydrator for your lips. It looks good, it feels amazing, it just conditions the lips, and you can kind of see that just beautiful little light sheen of color that gives you. Nice and moisturizing, beautiful product. And just, I think one of those things that you can do to really spoil yourself and take care of yourself, because it just treats all the senses. Your lips feel great. You have that really great, beautiful light scent. And it just gives you that little sheen of color. So it's just a really beautiful and bright product for you to use. And then I wanted to show you, so this is one, this is another one. This is the berry. And this is just a little bit lighter of a color, but it just gives a really super healthy, light pink glow to the lips. And again, just that amazing, beautiful scent and just that beautiful hydration to the lips. You can apply it again overnight as a mask to wear on the lips overnight, but you can use it all day long too. And that's just a fantastic little thing that you could take at home. A little indulgence for you to just really take care of your lips and have that, just that sense that you had during a facial, that peace, that relaxation, that just indulgence. Just take that with you, take it home. And then one other thing I just wanted to share with you that we do, actually let me back up and say that in our facials, we really get to know your skin. So one of the things that we're doing is actually assessing your skin, really diagnosing your skin, and then also making a treatment plan for your skin during your facial. So we really do bespoke facials here at Blossom Medical in Northern Virginia. We use a lot of ZO products while we are doing your facial, and we always are willing to make recommendations for skincare plans at home. If you don't live close by, we do offer virtual skincare consultations where we can go over a complete skincare plan with you and help you get on great products that are going to transform your skin, which is absolutely amazing. But one of the things I wanted to tell you, we apply to every single patient. So it doesn't matter all of the other differences and nuances and just things that make your skin unique. There is something very special. It is a universal product from ZO Skincare, and it is amazing. It helps to combat and fight the signs of aging. It helps the skincare repair process. It supports collagen and it hydrates the skin. And it is called Daily Power Defense. And I can't say enough things about this. And if you are a person who is convinced you need layers and layers and layers of moisturizer, you will be shocked at the amount of just hydration that this product brings to your skin and that overall sense of health. So I just wanted to apply this for you so you could see it. It is a white serum. It is so light. It's not heavy at all. It sinks right into the skin. And this is your amazing power-packed treatment for the skin. Daily Power Defense, universal, all skin types as part of your skincare. We use it during our facials here, and you could use it every day at home and part of your skincare regimen. So I hope that was helpful for you. Again, let's just recap. Facials before your Botox appointment, after your Botox appointment. My recommendation is just give it a week, have your facial after that. And that way you can really have some clarity in terms of making sure that your facial was perfect, relaxing, appropriate. You have no worries about it at all. And also you know that your Botox treatment has given time to just set up and know that you're on the right track. That's my recommendation for you. Remember, I am a doctor, but not your doctor. Talk to your provider about what they recommend. And I am so happy that you made it to the end of this video. I hope that you like and subscribe. If this content is valuable to you, definitely share it, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. And if you have any questions about anything aesthetic, go ahead and just put them in the comments below, and we will try to get to those as soon as possible. I appreciate that you tuned in for some education about elevated beauty. I hope that you're smart, be smart about your choices, and that you have a beautiful day.